Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the new podcast with Team F3. Also, if you would, subscribe to our channel. That way when we upload new videos, you'll get a notification, and we hope to do a bunch more of these in the future. Also, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. All right? Hope everybody enjoys. God bless.
And now introducing the Team F3 podcast. Like, let me ask you a quick question.
You see if you got two people on a team, you catch double
What
fish.
is the team all about? How is it different from other teams?
Good
TJ?
question.
We actually win. That's how we're different.
I swear, bro. We're going to have to restart again. Okay, Peyton, you get to ask questions. Give me the headset.
No, I get the headset.
I need the headset.
No, you don't.
I haven't had this headset the whole time.
I think we're good.
People in their lobby are wondering what's going on in here.
Well, we've skinned squirrels in here and everything else, so it shouldn't be.
Oh, is this where we sent squirrels?
No.
Was it out
This
there?
is too private.
Oh, okay. I heard about the electric razors coming out.
Yeah, we were out in the main area there. And the lady comes around the corner, and there we are shaving squirrel skins.
Next to the buffet.
making some lost and dubbing, right?
Buffet was closed.
Yeah.
It wasn't open.
We're going to fry them legs, boys.
All right.
Yes.
So what's up?
Not much.
So what do you think of F3? Do you like being on this team? Do you like the people on it?
Yeah. It's a lot closer than other teams.
What do you mean a lot closer?
It's just you're more connected.
But what do you mean they're a lot closer?
It's like, give an example, Dead Drift. They're just a big team they don't get together.
They
as
don't.
much as we do.
I think they actually get together a lot and party a
but
lot.
They're partying, not.
This is great. I'm putting this on YouTube immediately. This is going awesome.
TJ, what do you think?
Like a couple
Who
comps
else
ago,
can we bash?
Dismaster.
Yeah, this is live. We'll take your phone calls now.
Yes.
Oh, we've got Ben Vanderveer on line 3.
The Eat Sleep Fly Fish Show.
Welcome to the Eat Sleep Fly Fish podcast.
Welcome.
My name is Roger Wilson.
Robin Lewis.
Braden Bird.
Dave Braun.
Sean Isaacs.
All right, so it's kind of late. I'm a little sleepy. It's like 10 o'clock at night. Just rolled into Cherokee for the big competition. And I know Sean is really excited about his group draw and his beat draw.
Yes, very excited. Probably the best beat draw and group draw I've got so far.
Wow, that's better than mine.
Have you seen your draw?
Yeah, I have. I've seen my draw. I get beat 6, so I'm happy.
Beat 6 of.
Trophy. Yeah.
You like that beat?
I hate that beat.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
It'll fish good tomorrow on high water.
Yeah, I only about 995 and, pushing about 1,400. So, yeah, I'm good with it.
All right. So I want to talk a little bit about the Southeastern Fly Fishing League. Ben Vandevender. One of these days, I want to do one of these podcasts with him and get him to say his name so I know exactly how to pronounce it correctly instead of butchering it every time. But anyway, he kind of revived competition fly fishing in this area again, and I'm definitely thankful for that.
Yeah, all of us are.
Is Dave on his phone while we're doing a podcast?
He's probably looking up how to pronounce Ben's name.
Is that on Wikipedia? Has the asterisk there. You can just say Ben Vandivision's name. I don't understand what you're
Sorry,
saying.
Ben.
Okay, Google.
Oh, I can never put this on YouTube. Never.
We'll be close.
All right. So anyway, yeah, Southeastern Fly Fishing League. The things we've got a few teams. I think we have like 5 teams this year. We have our team, Team F3. We've got REO, Nymph Master, Stonefly. Who else?
Dead Drift.
And Dead Drift.
Team Georgia.
And Team Georgia, right. So there's an individual race. All your points add up. I think your top 5 count for the individual race. And then we have a cup race this year that is basically your top 4 anglers' points count. And there's 4 events and a championship. And the top team wins, which is not the way it worked last year. Because last year it was basically you could have as many competitions as you wanted, and each individual for the team, the top 4 or 5 counted, right? Is that how it worked? I can't remember.
Yeah, your top 5.
Yeah. So I don't know if I like this format better. We're going to give it a try. I think it limits the amount of competitions any team can have, because I think what can happen is if a team gets behind, they can just keep holding competitions in their backyard, helping their points total. I mean, it can happen. So we kind of come up with this for like an equal representation type deal. But anyway, last year there was no F3. Sean, myself, and a few others, and Jonathan Jordan was on Team Nymph Master, and we won the Gold Cup last year, didn't we? Yeah. But this year we're on F3, and Robin, why don't you talk a little bit about how F3 got started?
Well, it kind of came to ish, and Sean and I had met at the Rumble last year, and I think I don't remember if I controlled him or he controlled me, whichever one, and it was. We really just hit it off, and we kind of started talking, and there was another comp in between there that we had fished and seen each other, and kind of made small talk between beats and sessions and stuff, and lunch and talked, and we exchanged contact info, and then he contacted me and wanted to fish the Hatch Camp Art Farm, the first tournament there in Clayton. I don't know the name of the creek there, but it's Scott Lowe's place. We fished down there together, and it was a rather eventful event. We had a much better time fishing the water in the stock water in the National Forest than we did the water of Scott's place. But we had a great time, and we hit it off, and through the course of months, we kind of started talking about things we would like to have or be a part of as a team, and things we would like to see and do. And myself, I was not a part of a team. Sean was on the team Master Nymph or Nymph Master, whichever one it's called. And we just kind of started. We kind of started talking about things, and we was looking things for. Myself, I was wanting to be a part of a team that was more faith-oriented and people of like-minded, and we just kind of started working through and talking through those things, and for myself, just kind of started praying about those things. And my partner here, Brayton and Bird, who I have fished with probably 98% of my comps, and Chase Turner being the other one who's not here with us. He's probably fished the other 2% with me. We're the three guys kind of from Chattanooga. We're the kind of the lone rangers outside where there's no trout. So, you know, but we kind of started talking about these things, and we was trying to put together a thing called Team Tennessee, which, Roger, I think you was trying, you know, you kind of looked at that name as well when this kind of thing kind of started up, and you know, and when it all started kind of to come to ish, and we just kind of all come together. I mean, it was kind of like the thing, you know, we met with Roger and Dave and Lawson Braun and JJ, and you know, I think it was just one of those things that, you know, when it's supposed to be, it's going to be. If that's the way to say it, you know, I mean, for lack of better words, you know, I think God just kind of put us all in a certain time and place together to where it all come full circle. And I think that first night we met at your house, Roger, and Johnson City, it was just kind of like, yeah, this is where we're supposed to be. And that's kind of how it become. But you know, it all started, to me, I think it kind of started with me and Sean just kind of looking at each other saying, we want something different.
I think one thing is we were already all hanging out together at comps. We all like-minded people, and I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody already. So, I mean, it made sense to have all of us as a team, I think.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing for me. So when I was growing up, our family, the place where I grew up, was right beside our church. Actually, like my great-great-grandpa gave the land for our church to be built on. And the creek that run right in front of our property, and that's kind of where I started trout fishing. And anyway, you were not allowed to fish on Sundays at our place. I mean, it was just something you did. I grew up, you know, you just never fished on Sundays. And as I got more into the competition fishing, I mean, you know, all the way up through my adult life, I never fished on Sunday either. When I got into the competition fishing, almost all of them are a Saturday and a Sunday. And boy, for a while, that really bugged me, you know. And then, like on a Sunday, if I would have a bad session, I know I'm having a bad session. I shouldn't even be fishing today, you know. But anyway, I battled that a lot. And so I finally realized that sometimes people in the church, they kind of keep it to the confines of the walls of the church. And really, that's not what God called us to do. You know, we're supposed to go out in the world and share our testimony and share God's word. So I realized, hey, if I'm going to be out here, I can share God's word. I can talk to people. There's a lot of sinners out in the world that I can't necessarily talk to at church. So this gives me an outlet. I can fish and I can witness to people that I'm fishing with, you know. Mm-hmm. So after talking to several different people, you know, I finally, it became okay with me to that I could fish on a Sunday, you know. But anyway.
But you know, that's tough because you're really trying to. A lot of that is tradition, you know, because you don't miss church for nothing, you know. But at the same time, I mean, if we sit and really study Scripture, you know, Jesus hung out with the sinners, you know, and it wasn't always in the confines of the church or back then in the temple. I mean, you know, he went to where they was, and I think, you know, that's what we're hopefully wanting to accomplish with F3.
Yeah. And we, like on Saturday nights at these competitions, well, I mean, I hope to do it more regularly. The last competition we had, we're doing a book study called Got Your Back, and it's about Christian men being there for one another because, you know, as big, strong men, we tend to isolate ourselves and keep our burdens to ourselves. Well, that's not what God created. You know, that's not what he intended for us. He wanted us to share those things and be there for each other. So this book study, this author, I can't remember his name now, but he basically talks about how you can build relationships and how you can have each other's back. And really the ideal situation is to have, you know, a group of 6 to 10 men that can, get together and pray for one another and talk about things that are going on in their lives. And really, a church can't say, all right, I'm going to put these 10 together or these 10 together. It has to come together naturally. And just like our team did, our team just kind of come together naturally, and we're studying this book, and I think it's a really good thing. You like the book?
Yeah, it's really good.
Did you read chapter 2 this week?
I actually did. I liked it better than chapter 1.
Yeah, so we hope to incorporate that somehow into the weekend. Anyway, so the guys on the, because this is just a small group of F3, or some of the members of F3. Some other members: Chase Turner, Jonathan Jordan. We got the young guys: Peyton Bodo, Lawson Braun, T.J. Rich, Henry Wagey. Am I forgetting anybody? Michael Yelton.
Jonathan Jordan, you said him.
Tyler Cornett.
Tyler Cornett.
Mason Sims.
And Mason Sims. Yep. Yeah. Pretty strong group of guys and anglers there.
Sure. I feel like we're missing somebody.
Well, it keeps growing, but you kind of, you don't want, I don't know. I don't think you want a huge team. You don't want like 30, because then you lose the closeness, right? You lose kind of the things that, one of the reasons why we created this team. So we hope to keep it around 10 to 12 anglers. I don't know if it'll ever get to a point of like tryouts or anything like that, but seems like 12 anglers is kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah, but I think from the response we've had for the last couple of comps, we could probably have 2 teams of that sweet spot of 12.
That's true.
And what's kind of neat is the things that we are as a team of F3, Fate Family and Fly Fishing. What we're trying to implement, I think, as a team has really already in just a short period of time, people are the other anglers are already starting to see. They say things different about our teammates. Man, y'all some of the nicest guys, or whatever. Those kind of things, and I've had 2 guys from Team Georgia from the last Cherokee Comp that they said, man, if we ever left Team Georgia, the first place we would want to come to, and the only place would be to F3. We really like what you guys are doing and what you stand for. So, yeah. I mean, that opportunity would obviously be there for us to grow our team if that's where it wanted to go. But kind of like Roger, we kind of got that sweet spot. We want to be of like-minded people, and we want to keep it to the closeness of what we have grown to this point. Because, we've got like these young guys, Peyton and Lawson and TJ and Henry, that, we would like to be able to mentor and help grow into those type of men, young men.
Yeah, and we like to compete, right? And we love to compete, and if everybody was on one team, I don't know that it'd be a real fun competition. You got to have some people to compete against,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of us, like Brayton, compete anyway against the team.
Ouch. Ouch.
Sorry, guys.
Shots fired.
Should have seen Robin's face when he looked at the draw.
When I saw Big 6, I was just kind of something back in my seat about 8 inches there. I was like, oh, boy.
And then he saw I was in his group.
Yeah, that was even worse. But that's okay.
So, so what do you think are some of the advantages of being on? I mean, not everyone that hopefully listens to this is on a fly fishing team. So, what do you think some of the advantages of being on a fly fishing team is, Dave?
I mean, personally, with me, it's as much about the fellowship. Being around a group of like-minded guys, as opposed to just fly fishing. I mean, it's great to hang out for the weekend during a comp, and you naturally pick up some tips here and there. Everybody's willing to share info with you, with whatever you need. But really, for me, it's just getting away from home and hanging out with a great group of guys and having fun for a weekend.
Yeah, but it's also about getting away and cooking some good food and bringing all that those good homemade recipes along with us too.
Couple Dutch ovens.
The Dutch ovens and the Brunswick stew and all that goes a long way.
Oh, it's definitely an advantage to have a couple of good cooks and smokers on your team. We've had Brunswick stew, that was awesome. Yeah. I love that. And the cornbread was just as good in the Dutch oven. That was awesome. You brought us some goodies too.
Yeah.
Some smoked cheese and some smoked bologna.
So we're going to change F3 to fat.
We're getting that way.
The triple F, right? Okay.
3X.
Sean's been bringing that good Ashe County cheese, and then Robin smokes it.
I smoked that 4-pepper hot cheese or whatever that stuff is. So yeah, it's good.
Speaking of hot cheese, I'm just amazed that you can eat that Mexican food with that sweat coming down your forehead like you do.
I can, but no Japanese.
And it doesn't do anything. But
I have no slang abilities to me, but the hot Mexican I can eat for sure.
Did you eat Japanese with us last tournament after it was over?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I knew better. I wanted to get home without stopping. So
I remember sitting there eating that Japanese food, and I was thinking about that sweat running down your forehead, and I was like, now, how in the world can he eat them hot peppers?
I can.
He can't eat Japanese food.
I love peppers, for sure.
Oh, man. So what are the goals for the team this year, Big Fish? By the way, this is Sean Big Fish Isaacs, and his nickname is absolutely stuck.
Absolutely.
I tell you how he got that.
It needs to be Big Fall.
We got a few videos of some nice
it could be big fall with a big fish floating down the river.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it could be a couple of things.
Yeah, if you don't fall in at least once in a competition, like something ain't working right, is it?
You gotta get down there and act like the fish.
That's your secret, right? Yeah. So I think how you got that nickname, Big Fish, is I think we were fishing a tournament a while back, and you got okay. So we had practiced on the Watauga, and we practiced on a section, and we crushed it. I mean, we were catching fish. We moved up to this other section below this bridge, and I mean, there wasn't a fish there. I mean, it's like all these fish were in this one area. We go up to the bridge, there is nothing there. So come tournament time, old Big Fish here draws that section, right? He's like, oh my gosh, I've got that section below the bridge. And we're like, good luck. Well, you guys didn't catch a lot of fish, but you caught one hammer, didn't you? Is that where the big brown come out of that session?
Well, that was the 24-inch. Yeah, we weren't catching any fish, and I was like, well, we need a big fish, so I'll switch to my Big Fish fly. And
you went big and ugly, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you caught it, what was it, like a 24-inch brown?
24, yeah.
Yeah, so he catches the big fish of the tournament, and they give you what, like a little toy whale or something was your prize?
Yeah, well, with a streamer hook in its mouth.
Yeah, we got a picture of it. So from there on out, he was Sean Big Fish Isaacs. And it fits.
Wonderful name.
Even though you're kind of a small guy.
Yeah.
The name fits. Yeah. All right, so
we were on the goals, right?
Yeah, is that what you're antsy to get to the goals section, or just to the end?
Yeah, the end would be great.
Upcoming competitions and plans. So the big cup race, the first cup race is in April, right? Is it in April? Mid-April?
17.
Yeah, you're not
17th and 18th. Yeah.
In Georgia.
Is that the Helen?
It's down in Helen, I believe.
It's on the Hooch.
Yep.
The whole thing's on the Hooch, right? Like upper, lower
Yeah, I
Hooch.
think it's the WMA and down in Helen. Yeah.
All right. So, and Dave, you can't fish that one. You and Lawson got a prior engagement, right?
We got a scout engagement that weekend. Actually, Lawson's he's taking a scout class. He's trying to become a certified angling instructor through Boy Scouts.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
I know I saw this on the internet, and I know everything on the internet's true. But did the Boy Scouts file bankruptcy or something?
They did file bankruptcy.
But like Kmart, they just keep on rolling. Yeah. Okay.
That's for another podcast.
Yeah. we'll go. He'll go there later.
All right. So I guess obviously the goals is to win some competitions and win a big gold cup at the end. But really, the goals I think is just to be better men,
Sure.
better Christians, better anglers than they were yesterday.
Is it really better anglers or better fishermen? That's kind of the thing that I have been thinking about this week, okay? And the reason I say that is because we are in Cherokee fishing again on water at 950 CFS, and I've told all you guys, Ravens Fork and myself have a love-hate relationship. I love it, and it hates me. I typically go down when it's flowing this big water. I just don't like it. It's pushy. But is that what we're really there for? Okay, yeah, I want to be a better angler, but I really want to be a better fisher of men. Okay, and I think that kind of describes our team and what we're looking to do over this next year. I'll just be honest. I could really care less if I throw a fly in the water this weekend with this high water. And I told my wife, I told her, and I really did pray about it. I hope it got rained out this weekend. I hope the water was so high we couldn't fish. I just wanted to come over and hang out with the guys, and be with my teammates. But I realized that wasn't going to happen. We was going to be fishing, so I'll get to my comfort level, and that's where I'll stand. But it's to me, it's not about becoming a better angler. Yes, I want to be a better angler, and I want to be able to help my teammates in our ultimate goal, or one of the goals about being a competitive team in the league. But at the same time, I want to be a better fisher of men, not a better angler. Although I want to perfect and work on and hone my skills as an angler, yes, but I really want to be a better fisher of men, and I think that's important. I kind of look at Brayton here sitting beside me, and Chase Turner, who's not with us tonight. These two kids are they're the same age as my oldest daughter, and I kind of feel like a daddy or a mentor to these two guys. I drive them everywhere we go, and just kind of Brayton sleeps. As soon as Brayton gets a full belly, he's out. He'll sleep all the way home. We can pull in the front gate of my neighborhood, and he looks around, and he sees where we're at, and he's like, I want to get that last 2 minutes before I want to get to his house. And boom, he's out again.
And he's so peaceful when he sleeps.
So peaceful, yes. And Chase is constantly on his phone and playing music. So, but it's good. But I think as our team, and what I look forward to is just the community, a fellowship of us men together. And we got 4 young anglers, and I consider Brayton and Chase, a couple of young anglers, even though they're grown men and they're making their way. I think it's important for us older guys to, kind of be there for them, be those mentors for them. And I look at Lawson and I see his pictures of the scouts, and I never had an opportunity to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, man, what a great representation that is. Dave is there with him, supporting him and doing all that. And I think that's what it's all about for our team. We just need to really kick it into gear and keep doing what we're doing.
I agree. And if you don't want to throw a fly in the water this weekend, the dude beside you in your group probably would have no problems with that.
No,
which is great.
he'll take what flies I have, I'm sure, you know. And then he'd say, okay, you know, go right at it.
By all means.
By all means.
I'll put him to work.
Yeah, he will. Breaking well for sure.
So tomorrow night we're doing a podcast with Michael Bradley.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to tell him you need to rename this to the High Water Cherokee Series, because every tournament, every single one of them, it's been 900 and up, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
What's it now?
I'm fixing to tell you.
It's still over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah, we're at 1,020. So.
1,020 CFS right now. So, I mean, in the morning it's going to be about 975 if we're lucky.
I mean, it rains every comp. I mean, we've been fishing a lot, and it's been raining a lot.
I mean, I live in Johnson City, and my house is maybe 2 hours from here. The climate's not that much different, you know. And it was like this past week's been pretty nice. I mean, the sun's been shining. It's kind of been today it was cold. I know where you're at. It's cold all the time.
Yeah.
But there's two seasons where you're at, winter and July, right?
Pretty much.
But anyway, I was sitting there thinking, okay, hey, it's 50, 60 degrees this weekend. Maybe we'll get a tournament with low water and sunny and warm. Nah, forget it.
We had, Brayton, almost 2 inches of rain this week between Monday night and Tuesday morning. You know, the tornadoes come through Nashville, Cookeville area, Putnam County was just hit really hard, and obviously our prayers go out to those folks up there.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, my youngest daughter's best friend, she's a law enforcement officer in Putnam County right now, and just the amount of tragedies in Cookeville, Tennessee is just incredible that's going on, and even in Nashville. I mean, Nashville got hit, yes, but Putnam County was probably hit worse. But we had like 2 inches of rain in a matter of hours on Tuesday morning. I mean, it was like a monsoon that came through.
Yeah, it was short-lived, but it did a lot of damage.
But man, it was just like hammering down. So, I watched the water level at Cherokee. I kept clicking on it and seeing it, and it would be like, 900, and it went to 1,500. Then the next time I checked, it was like 3,000. I was like, wow, here we go again.
Yeah.
So,
but, at least it always seems to come back down to at least a manageable level to where you can at least, like anything over 1,000, it's getting pretty iffy, but it always comes down to about that level where we can fish it.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for coming. This was a lot of fun. I hope to do a lot more of these with other teams in the Southeastern Fly Fishing League, kind of give them some notoriety and kind of give some, let people know that it's out here. Because I run into people all the time. It's like, man, I want to get into competition fishing, but I don't know where to do it or where they have it. I mean, I think it's starting to catch on more, especially in this area. Like out west, I don't know if they have any comps other than regionals, but I know North Carolina, East Tennessee, Pennsylvania. I mean, that's kind of the comp scene around here. But anyway, tomorrow night we're doing one with Michael Bradley, and I definitely look forward to doing that. I've been wanting to do that one for a long time. But anyway.
The Fish Whisperer.
The Fish Whisperer.
Yes.
Yeah. He knows how to do it. I'm glad he put this on. I want to talk to him about, what gave him the idea to start this, because he's been around a while, but I'm certainly glad he did. I actually wanted to cut back a little on my tournament fishing this year just because, I got 4 kids and a wife and got a lot of things I got to do. And then he comes up with this series and putting 5,000 at the end of it, and I'm like,
you want to help pay? You want to help pay for my daughter's wedding?
Oh man!
Since you're going to cut back, I'll let you help pay for my daughter's wedding.
Yeah, yeah. And then you got not only the Southeastern Fly Fishing League, but you got the Casting for Hope series, which I love. The one in April, the big gold one. It's really unfortunate you can't do that. And speaking of upcoming weddings, right?
Yeah, speaking of weddings, that's the day of the wedding. So, it's in the middle of the tournament. So Yeah, I can't make any of that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be blessed with a great son-in-law.
Well,
Unfortunately, he's not a fly fisherman, and he's not an angler.
not yet. Not yet.
I don't know that I can ever make him that, but that's okay. As long as he loves my daughter and takes care of her, I'm happy. You know.
Yep, and we hope to have a tournament this fall. I think in October. We got a couple of venues that we're looking at. You know, maybe back here in Cherokee, since Robin loves it so much and he loves high water. We've thought about Nantahala, just to do something a little different. Maybe get away from the DH water a little bit, get into a little more technical stuff. But anyway, I look forward to the season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely like hanging around all you guys, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to it.